In my family, there's the legend of the Milo bars. The Milo bar, when I was 2 years old, had just come out, and I saw a commercial on TV in South Africa, where I was born and lived with my extended family at the time. I saw this commercial, and I threw a tantrum. I just had to have that Milo bar. Milo is a chocolate malted drink that you would mix in milk, and it was delicious. But I saw that commercial, threw a tantrum, had to have it. My beloved grandfather, who is affectionately known as G.V. Naidu in the community, to me as Santha, he had to make me happy. And so he scoured the city of Durban to find me that Milo bar, and he did, and I was happy. Unfortunately, when I was 4 years old, there was a night that I remember. My parents had woken my brother and I up. They had bundled us up and got us into the car and took me to our grandparents' house. There was a feeling of panic and fear in the air. It was a very eerie, dark, somber night. I didn't understand it at the time, but my dear Tata had hanged himself. Within 24 hours, he was cremated, and his ashes were scattered in the vast ocean. I didn't know how to be. I was sad. I felt lonely. My grandmother was a puddle of tears, and yet my mother was as hard as a rock. I didn't know how to be. Where was my Tata? When I was a baby, my mother said that my belly had come out and just not gotten back in through medical school and my triple board certification in family medicine, integrative and holistic medicine, and obesity medicine. You see, being overweight or obese is not a function of birth. In fact, I was premature, and I was born underweight. When I was 6 months old, my mother said my belly had come out and just not gone back in. But I wasn't the one putting Coca-Cola in my bottle. That was my uncle. Now, I don't blame him or my mother or anyone else. They did the best that they could with the knowledge that they had. But now, what I do know, that obesity and being overweight, which I believe is one of the largest issues that faces our society, is not a function of birth, but rather it is a function of optimal cellular function. It was important to me to learn and understand, become a master of the body, to be able to optimize my own health and well-being. In my daily practice, I think it is important, and I'm diligent in providing optimal care to my patients. I provide precision health care to my patients because I think that everyone should have the opportunity to have optimal health. I'm Dr. Santha Naidu, and I thank you for allowing me to share my story with you today. And I dedicate this to my grandfather, Mr. G.V. Naidu. Thank you.